What's up, everyone out there? Welcome back to the Phantoms Fanatic YouTube channel. I am here with the first episode back of the Meandering Conversations podcast. I am here joined by my three guests slash guest just people who also are here in the podcast. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
No.
Well, we got that. That was the first one, random asshole. Then we got Golden. What the fuck's your?
It's me, PS4 style.
It's me, PS4 style. And then we have another random asshole.
Fuck.
I didn't know you had two random assholes.
Well, yeah, that's who Jacob is, because I have just two
I
random
know that.
fuckers.
I know.
Anyways, obviously, this is the Meandering Conversations podcast where we talk about whatever we want for, I don't know, about an hour, and, because that's what most podcasts are. But before we get into this, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and, comment on the random shit we talk about this episode. So, what do you guys want to kick it off with?
I got it.
Who the fuck can, eat food and then, get it down with a shake? See, I've seen stuff like this on, iFunny and other stuff where it's like, who the hell goes to a place and gets, food and shit and then uses a shake to wash it down instead of, a soda?
Yeah,
I've seen that so
Good
many
question.
times.
That is what?
So what he's trying to say is, when you go, if you would go to McDonald's or something like that, you buy a burger, and then you get a shake with it, and then you eat your burger and fries, and then you drink it with a shake instead of a soda, and that's kind of
I
how
don't understand that either.
yeah, because when I see that people ask for I would like a McChicken, fries, and a McFlurry with a soda, and I'm like, the McFlurry's gonna melt before you even get to it. Why order the McFlurry?
It's actually fair. I don't understand why someone would do that either.
Yeah, but no, that's a good point. Is because when I'm eating a hot meal, I don't want to have a sweet dessert
I don't
thing.
want a cold fucking
Yeah.
ice thing down my. You get the point.
I'd rather have, a Dr. Pepper to just down.
We are not sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
This is our new sponsor, Dr. Pepper.
I wish.
I remember
Dr.
one of my
Pepper.
old friends used to call Dr. Pepper Dur Pepper.
Dur pepper.
Dur Pepper. Listen, man, Dur Pepper, that's a good brand.
That's some good shit right there.
And speaking of Dur Pepper, that just reminds me of, because I work at a grocery store, and I love seeing all the shitty off-brands of things.
Oh my god, that's great.
You guys know what I'm
my.
like Sprecher. Oh yeah, there's the Dr. Sprecher, which is pretty much just Dr. Pepper, but has Sprecher, but they can't call it that because it's something different. But yeah, also there's the thing about those shitty off-brands is that their names are pretty much the exact same as the on-brand ones. There's
Except that they're just backwards, spelled back. They're just backwards.
or
They're just weirdly incorrect.
yeah,
Like
because
Dr. Thunder.
I see a bunch of cereal stuff in the cereal aisle, and I always think these names are exactly the same, and to be honest, off-brands don't necessarily taste that bad compared to the on-brand stuff, right?
I'd say 90% of the time it's usually garbage.
I don't know. I had
Probably.
Fago, which is a
Mm.
a lower
Fago's
brand.
good. I like the Fago cotton candy. That's a good one.
Fago.
God. Fucking
Yeah, well,
damn
no,
it.
just ignore him. Anyway, moving.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
you.
ignore that guy.
Yeah, but I see all these off brands, and I'm like, fuck, I lost my train of thought there. But
Off brands, them being pointless. I'm fucking hungry.
you getting hungry?
I'm hungry now. I'm getting fucking hungry.
No, getting back to getting a shake with your meal at a fast food place. Usually, if I want to get an ice cream thing from McDonald's or something, I go get that separately. I don't
Usually
get it.
I just walk in and make it myself because I work there.
Well,
That's a mood.
yeah,
I just walk
I
in
just
and
can't.
make it
I just
for free
can't
for
walk
them,
into
though.
my grocery store, take something off the aisles, then walk out.
Well, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
stealing. I mean, I'm doing the same thing, but
I'm
gonna
stealing.
care.
I'm doing the same thing, but I work there.
I also work there.
That's a big but.
No.
Yeah, but you get a discount.
Yeah, I get a 5% discount.
Only
get
5?
like
I get
50%.
20%.
And
get
so,
like a
and since
50%
we're recording this around like a Christmas season, a thing that I do not understand is that why do people go shopping for like Christmas stuff a day before Christmas?
How it does.
Because
That's just how you do.
yeah, I'm definitely guilty of this, but we don't talk about that.
But like,
I
wouldn't
say,
it
oh,
just
well.
like I've always been like brought up by my mom saying like you should never go shopping the day before Christmas.
Well, yeah, because that's when like everybody's probably gonna do it because they're so lazy they don't want to go before, and so it's gonna be super busy when you go there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
probably part of it.
But then how is it busy then if if everybody has that mindset? You know what I mean? Like that mindset you said is don't go there because it's super busy, but then people
that's
still
the thing.
show up.
They procrastinate and they put it off until the last minute.
Procrastination just
Yeah.
reminded me of what the fuck is that show? Amazing World of Gumball. For some reason, I remember an episode where they were procrastinating. I don't remember the full plot of it, but
That's a mood.
that's a mood.
That is a moon.
Yeah,
That's-
Amazing World of Gumball.
wow,
I
big
did
reference.
watch a good amount of, but it wasn't one of my favorite shows to watch.
Me neither.
Great.
Because my like what threw me off is all like the different animation styles thrown into it. They had like 2D, 3D animation, and then they had like green screen stuff. I get it was supposed to be like zany and crazy, but I don't know, it just threw me off of that.
I want to go off topic. Our avatars, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're just sitting in a Discord call, and I just see 3 anime icons, and then me, who has Agent P from Phineas and Ferb, sitting there. Fuck.
Well, we're all
Somebody
screwed.
take over, I'm coughing.
So,
Well,
What's one
he's
other thing
dying
that
in the
makes people
corner.
mad?
We'll just think up some more bull crap to speak about.
I mean, that's honestly what this podcast is. It's just bullshit, so...
I mean, fair.
but, like...
So, taxes.
Can we just talk about how bringing a knife to Texas is like bringing a knife to a gunfight?
Well, that is bringing a knife to a gunfight. If you bring a knife to anything in America, that's bringing a knife to a gunfight.
this is true, but knives can still be effective.
I mean, that's a good
In
thing.
close range combat.
A thing that just made me realize something is that, like, you know in movies where, like, a guy has, like, a sword, and he's like, I can take out all these guys with, like, assault rifles because I'm a good ninja or something like that. In real life, I feel like they would just instantly fucking kill that guy. Like...
More than likely.
Because most of the time, like, I think of them making their final stand, so they're, like, sitting, like, meditating with their sword in front of them, and then they, like, as the guys walk up, they, like, unsheath the sword and then rush at them. I always question, like, how do they just not get, like, gunned down right away?
It's a fair question.
I get it, they have,
understand
like,
that
they have, like, karate or something, but... Kung Fu versus bullets, I don't know which is better, so...
Bullets.
Karate.
Jack Black! It's a Kung Fu Panda.
God damn it.
Do we want to talk about how those movies seem so stupid, but they're actually really good? Yeah, but like, thinking of like, so guys, there's this movie with Jack Black as a panda that learns how to fight using karate. wouldn't be karate, sorry, but you would think that that would just be like a shitty like early 2000s animated movie, but like I genuinely enjoy those movies. There's a lot of work
They're
and
good
story.
movies.
Yeah, good movies.
Okay,
Even though
movie
I think
fanatic.
that the weakest part of that trilogy is the third one.
I think the second one is.
I don't even
sometimes
remember
pretty
the third one, to be
The
honest.
third
I've
one
watched
is
them all
where he meets his panda dad and he fights the ox,
Yeah.
played by J.K.
Oh,
Simmons.
that's right.
The third one was okay. The second and first one, I feel like are on par.
Yeah, they're very good. I really enjoy the villain in the second one, the peacock, voiced by Gary Oldman.
Damn it.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. He plays Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy. If you guys know who that is, he also plays somebody in Harry Potter.
In Harry Potter.
Yeah, I remember one summer I watched all
never
the Harry
watched
Potter
Harry Potter.
movies, and after watching them, I'm like, God, I fucking want to die.
That's fair.
They
I've never
aren't
seen
bad.
any Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, they're not bad, but just in my opinion, the child actors are not good in those. All the older, like, experienced British actors are amazing, because you have Ray Fiennes playing,
You expect a child to be like extremely good at acting?
Yes, I do, because I've seen films where childs are good at acting, and
Well, yeah, but that's other films. Not all films are gonna have experienced child actors, and they know how to do well.
well, yeah, but then
This
cast
is
somebody
true.
else. Yeah, but I feel like if you cast a child actor, you need to make sure that they can at least do what's needed for the film, because a lot of people give what's his face, the guy who played Anakin in The Phantom Menace, a lot of shit for that performance. Jake Lloyd, which the funny thing is,
Right.
real quick tangent. Jake Lloyd, have you guys seen Jingle All the Way?
Definitely.
Put the Cookie Down, the Turbo Man movie. He plays.
Put the cookie down.
Was that your Arnold impersonation?
Put a cookie down.
Ah,
Oh,
put
that
the
was-
cookie down. But anyway,
Oh,
God.
so Jamie, the kid in that, he is played by the person who plays Anakin in Phantom Menace. So, in my review, I made a joke like, Jamie, use the dark side against your father.
Why?
But anyway, so getting back to Jake Lloyd, he was given a lot of shit for that performance for the Phantom Menace, but people got to remember that the actor doesn't make all the decisions. A director and writer also has a lot of effect on things. So George Lucas wrote those lines like, are you an angel, or yippee, like shit like that, and I'm like, I don't blame Jake Lloyd for that. I blame George Lucas, because
Yeah, that's fair.
everybody has this like great nostalgia for the prequels, but they still suck. Even compared to the sequel trilogy, they still suck.
Mm.
I'm gonna say 7, 8, and 9 are worse than the 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know. I like Force Awakens and I like Last Jedi,
I
but
think they're all pretty good. I don't mind them all.
I haven't seen a lot of these, so my opinion's invalid.
my opinion's invalid.
I remember half of them, so.
But no, the reason why I like Force Awakens is even though it's a carbon copy of what's that movie? What's the first one? Not Phantom Menace. The first one, A New Hope. Even though it's just a redone of that, I don't know. They still have some interesting character moments, and I like seeing it in like a newer looking fashion.
New Hope.
And then Last Jedi, everybody complains that the Force was ruined in that, but that's a discussion for another day. But that just makes me like bring up the topic of how nothing is like new these days, if you guys know what I mean, because everything has to be a sequel, everything has to be a remake. Am I right about that?
You're not wrong.
This is very true.
Because even though like
Probably because when in, like an audience, for instance, like likes a movie a lot, they wanna make it so they keep enjoying the movies. They keep coming back to see them, so they keep remaking movies that are similar to it.
yeah, but my problem with remakes is you have to do something different with them. Like the Lion King remake, I think that movie is absolute ass because it does nothing different. Because it literally is the exact same plot, beat by beat, but with CGI animated characters, and the CG doesn't have emotions, so you can't connect with them. And I don't know, it just bothers me, nonetheless. Sorry, I went off on a huge tirade there.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tangent.
What were we talking about before we talked about Disney
Good
remakes?
question.
I
That
don't-
is a
Um,
good question.
Yes.
Yes, fair.
Yes. You're welcome, Dominic. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but you guys do anything interesting? Talk about interesting stories? Anything recently?
So, alright, I got one.
Okay.
Yesterday, whatever, it just snowed where we were. So, obviously, we find a snow-filled parking lot and have a little bit of
This-
fun, or at
This
least
was
try
hilarious.
to.
We did this
This
yesterday.
the entire time when we were there, couldn't get anything out of it. Couldn't get our tires to slide around. Nothing.
Mhm.
As we're leaving, the most perfect drift ever. 10 out of 10.
Tokyo Drift from
Dude, literally exactly what I did. A
And you
full
see
fucking
me and
circle.
I from
Exactly. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Everybody gives that movie shit, but I honestly enjoy it for what it's used to. Wait, Logan, do you want to
it's
talk
good.
about that fun experience you had with snow when you were coming home from work yesterday?
I remember that now. My car doesn't like snow. So when I was
Well,
leaving
no
work,
shit.
it was like 11:30 at night probably because I helped close. And fuck, I was coming out. There's a curb right perpendicular from the exit, of course. And my car doesn't. My car being two-wheel drive does not like snow very much. I start going, and my car starts sliding a little bit. I almost hit the curb that's like perpendicular. Luckily, I hit the brake and I turned my wheel to the right more, so I miss it. But I was like a foot away from the curb. Okay.
You didn't miss it by much.
So
Damn.
It was
this also
close.
has to relate to that. So it was last year, and I was getting onto
You hit a deer.
No, I'm not talking about that story.
Oh
I
no,
was-
it's when you ditched yourself. That's right.
It just it just snowed, and I was trying to go onto a freeway, but I went too fast. I swerved. I went into the middle of the freeway. Luckily, I didn't get hit, but then my car got rammed into the snowbank, and then I was stuck. But luckily, a guy came and helped me. And then I have another story about this. So one time, I was at my old job. I worked at a restaurant, and my brother also worked there, and we were going back to the house we were going to, and he was driving because I didn't have my license yet, and it just snowed, so there's a bunch of snow all over the roads, and my brother was just drifting around suburban streets and stuff like that. And then when we got
it sounds like
back
me.
there, we took this sled we had, and we went over to the other street that was like this steep hill, and we
No.
slid down it.
That reminds me of
God.
a funny story. So, a couple of years ago, the lake just froze over. So
Yeah.
we got the four-wheelers. We tied a sled to the four-wheeler.
Oh god, I already know
And
what's
it
gonna
doesn't
happen
take
here.
a rookie to figure out what happens after that. We were pulling the sled with the four-wheeler and launched each other so far off the sled into the ice. That was funny. It was so
That
funny.
remember that one time
Do
we
you
went
remember?
sledding? Oh wait, I'll let you talk,
Do
Logan.
you remember the one time? I think it was this giant hill. Okay, the I don't remember. It was at like some park. It was the one where you go down the hill and then you were on a lake or whatever it was. I remember being the retard to walk over, stand on the ice in the river, and like jump on it to see if it would break. Of course, it broke. I was knee deep in water. Okay, I was knee deep in water in the middle of fucking winter.
Oh, was this at Riverside?
Relating
I remember that.
relating to
Dominic
that
was there
same.
because he had to drive me home
Not
because
Riverside.
that's when I didn't have my license.
Ridge Run.
Was this
So-
at Ragnar?
No, I
Ridge
think it was
Run. We
Ridge
went
Run.
sledding.
Yeah,
No.
so speaking of that day, that hill that we were sledding down was steep, and I'm pretty sure like something happened to where the snow was like icy, so it was insanely slippery. So every single time we would go down that hill on our sleds, we would pick up so much speed that it would honestly be scary. So honestly, most of the time that we sled there, we literally just jumped down the hill on our backs, and we could pick up decent amount of
point,
speed.
I
No,
just
I
took off
was
my
the one
jacket
that
'cause I was
started
getting
that.
too
I'm like,
hot.
you know what, guys? And I just literally ran and belly flopped down the hill and I just
Yeah,
saw
Yeah,
no,
my
I-
way.
and then once you guys left, so there was this like icy hill part that you could go up of.
Oh,
There's this
I
little
remember
ramp
that.
thing. Yeah, and once you guys left, I went back there and I did that jump. And,
Yeah, because your mom recorded the video and sent it to me.
yeah, and she laughed when I hit the jump and fell. In the video, I don't think I can show the video. I'll try to show the video.
Yeah, you see if you can find it. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I'll try my best. But no, like, but the thing is, if you notice in that video, I think I remember it. You can see a part where like I get turned around and like my leg is off the side of the sled and I'm going down backwards for the last part of it. It's because there was another little bump in the snow, so that turned me around as I hit it.
You guys remember when all of us went down on the same sled?
Yeah, that was
That
That
was
was
scary.
hilarious. The
That was
person who went just
scary.
got buried
Well, really,
in
what
snow.
happened? We tied together two sleds and went down on
Yeah.
two different sleds.
yeah.
That was scary,
At some
bro.
point in time, we didn't even use a sled.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
yeah, I
shit,
remember that one.
Sherlock.
Yeah, we
At
were
some
just
point,
talking
we just
about
slid
that,
down on our
Logan.
fucking asses.
We were just talking about that.
I know.
And then,
That was
that also reminds me of one time. You guys remember how we went to Kohl's that same day? So
We were
We went-
I
sliding
don't
down the
remember
back
that
of
part
Coles.
personally.
yeah, we were
but...
sliding down the hill on the back of Kohl's.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So we went
Yeah,
down.
I lost my car keys.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was fun.
I remember that now.
Yeah, because we went to go to my car and I'm like, wait, uh-oh, car keys are gone.
We luckily found them.
That's when you had your blue CRV. Oh yeah, if
Yep.
you guys don't know, this Nimrod, the only reason he has two cars is because they're different years. They're the same model, same make, but one's a manual. That's the only reason he bought it.
What's the reason wrong with that?
And
What's so
by
wrong with
God,
driving
he is
manual?
he is
I don't know,
fucking
but-
he is fucking scary when he has that.
Me and Dominic were
scared.
speeding the other day.
Yeah, that's
Dominic
something
thought
that's
that-
something
didn't
good
think I was gonna be
to
able to.
put
Dominic thought that it
publicly
would-
on
I
a.
actually wouldn't be able to stop at a stop sign.
Yeah, that's a good
It's a
idea to put
stoplight,
publicly
but the
on
same
a
thing.
podcast. Yeah, that's a
Yep.
good
Well,
idea.
I don't see the
know
problem
what
with
you-
that.
I didn't remember what you said.
Yeah, but so as I was trying to say, that same day that not that same day, so like a while ago, like this was like probably 6 years ago, at that park, there's this one like curved part of the hill because there's like this corner and then there's a ditch in the middle of it. You can sled down that hill, but you can fall in because of how fast you go. Me and my brothers, for some reason, thought it was a smart idea on this steerable sled that we have. We had
Oh,
me
God, I
in the
remember
front
this thing.
steering. We had my brother sitting down in the middle, and then my other brother standing on like the two skis on the side and holding onto my brother's arm on my brother's shoulders. We went down it. As we went around the curve, we all fell off of it. Yeah, you guys, does anybody else have any misadventures with sledding and snowing?
No.
Yes,
but
I
how about
do,
we go sledding
actually.
this year?
Yeah, we can probably do that. Are you eating?
Only slightly.
Don't mind me over here.
All right.
But,
So one year while I was sledding, there was a river. Well, it wasn't a river, but it was more like a lake. It was a teeny tiny little lake. So you sled down the hill, and there's about 5 feet to try and stop yourself.
Oh God.
What
did you do?
Literally just snowed. We didn't know how much ice was out there. So here we go sledding. My little brother at the time went down, barely got over the lake. He was fine. And then all three of us decided to go at the same time.
Oh, wow.
We
fell
get out,
through.
so
You
we're
fell
almost through the middle of the lake, and we all stand up and slowly turn around and crack, and whoosh, we all fell in. So that was fun.
Do you guys remember when we were biking and we went over to Regner and we were biking on the?
I love how you're.
frozen
I'm gonna
whatever it was?
bleep. Maybe not mention like specific names of stuff.
Eh.
It's Regner doesn't really matter because it's a fucking park, Montana.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
All right.
yeah.
Anyway, continue the story.
We were biking on the Regner Lake or whatever the hell you want to call it, the pool, whatever.
Oh
the fucking
yeah,
pool.
I remember that.
That was fun. I really enjoyed that. That was awesome.
It was for context. It was frozen over.
No, we were biking on it. Well, it wasn't frozen.
Yeah, we were Jesus apparently.
Yes, clearly.
Yeah. But sorry.
We should do that again this year.
God.
If it's frozen enough,
If it
yeah,
freezes.
we'll do it again.
I'm trying to think if I've ever actually like fallen into ice before. Oh yeah, I have. So, in at my
Oh, yeah.
house.
You and Colin fell into ice in that lake too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Me and him both fucking.
But as I was trying to say, so what happened once is I was by the Crick, I like to call it. It's a creek in our backyard. We live on a farm, so there's a creek. It was frozen once, and you know, me being the idiot that I am, I decided to walk over it. And like I noticed the ice looked kind of thin, and I was like, I'll risk it. I then stepped on it. I was like, great, it didn't crack. But then I heard, like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And then
fuck me. And then my foot went straight into the ice.
That's probably the best fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, I heard crack. Fuck me. Foot goes through.
That's just like such a comedy moment. Is like you're standing on the ice and it's just like, oh no. But like the amount of like stupid stuff you get up to with snow in areas, I just love
Stupid
how,
stuff we
like-
get up to when Dominic's around.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
And Colin. Don't forget about Colin.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm trying to think of other like
Okay, then.
dumb stuff we do. I remember my sister
Just
like
wait.
forced us into work once because there was a patch of ice, but there was snow on top of it, so it wasn't as slippery. And my sister was like, "Get to work!" And we were literally like sitting there chipping the snow off of it so she could have a nice skating rink. Yeah, I just remember that. This kind of relates, but also kind of doesn't. At my old house, there was this like hill area, and when it rained a lot, it would actually like get filled with waterish. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we would just straight up like go swimming in that.
It's a mood.
Okay then.
What? You guys have never done something like that?
No, I don't like
I
swimming
can't
in
say I
lakes or
haven't.
anything of the sort.
It's like 3 feet of water.
How do you go swimming in 3 feet of water? I would
You
like
just
to
jump
know.
in it. That's all. Like you just jump in it. It's like a kiddie pool. You know, you ever been in a kiddie pool?
Yeah, yes, Montana.
Oh God,
I've been in the kiddie pool.
that just reminded me of So we had a turtle that ran away.
Oh, what?
What?
Okay, so
How do you?
How do you
Okay.
what? How does it run away? What did you do?
it was like summertime. My mom was cleaning the turtle's like terrarium.
So she had to take him out.
Yeah, she took him out, but she didn't put him in like the kiddie pool that we sometimes put him in. She just put him on the grass, and like 30 minutes later, when she cleaned it, it was gone.
Yep, that makes sense. If I were those little dudes too, I would probably fucking book it.
Getting back to like snow stuff, you guys ever make like big snow forts ever so often? Like you
It's
got
been a
Snow
fat
pile
minute.
next to my house.
Yeah, you just tunnel into that.
Yeah, no, literally, it's in the middle of it's in the middle of my cul-de-sac. Dominic knows what I mean. But yeah, it's in the middle of my cul-de-sac, and it's just this fucking giant ass snow pile. Actually, ironically enough, when I was going to hang out with you guys yesterday, there were some of the neighborhood kids were on it, and
Yeah.
just like playing with their sleds and shit on it. Yeah,
But,
I used to do that as a kid.
I remember, I think it was just like last year. So our driveway gets plowed because it's a big driveway, and there was this big like snow thing on the side of it, and I was bored this day, so I decided to just like see if I could make a tunnel, and I made a pretty big one. The scary thing is though, in the middle of it, I was just like jabbing at it with my foot because I couldn't fit the shovel in, so I was just jabbing away at it with my foot, trying to see if I could break through to the other side. And eventually, on one of the sides, I saw light, so I knew I was close. But then, after I kicked it out, another problem that I started to concur is that I had to make it bigger because when I went through that, I got like a feeling of claustrophobia. I was like, can I make it through? Can I make it through? I ended up living, so.
That's probably fair. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Nah, we're talking to a ghost.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
the ghost of last podcast. Fuck, the ghost of podcast past. God,
Yeah. Still doesn't work.
it
Yeah,
does
probably
work.
not.
What do you mean?
Kind of.
That analogy completely works. Yeah, definitely.
You know who else?
You know who else?
My mom.
My mom. Wait, why did you guys just randomly quote Regular Show?
Why the fuck not?
I mean, it's a good show, don't get me wrong. For some reason I thought of this, so since we were talking about snow forts and then we talked about Regular Show, my mind went to like childhood shows, and I remember I had this VHS for SpongeBob. Oh, wait, do I need to explain what VHS is? So, a VHS is this.
I sure the hell hope not.
Well, to the viewers at home who might not know what a VHS is, it's a.
If you don't know what a
young.
fucking
You're too
VHS
young.
is, you're
You'll figure out
retarded.
what a VHS is.
So,
As
a
of now.
VHS is this, like, black box that you put into this thing, and it's like a DVD. Oh, do I have to explain what a DVD is? So, a DVD... a DVD is this
You can
disc that
stop.
has a movie on it, and you put it in like, a disc player, and lasers scan the disc and play the movie off of it.
Do I have to explain what lasers are now?
Oh my
Well, no,
God,
because
this is
everything's
gotta go
streaming
on
now.
forever.
Nobody. Anyways, So I have this. I had this. Oh, the VHS is actually right here behind me. I had a SpongeBob Christmas. I had a SpongeBob.
I had the
Christmas.
SpongeBob movie VHS.
Ever.
No, I had the SpongeBob SquarePants Christmas special. So literally the only two the two things I remember from it is one the this Christmas feels like the very first
Christmas to me.
Tra la 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 la. But then
I think of SpongeBob. I just think of its. Oh wait, no, I can't. Fuck, I can't think now. Fuck, I lost what I thought I was gonna say.
but then I always remember the episode where snow happens and then Squidward gets obsessed with a snowball fort, and I just remember seeing all those forts and me being like, I want to make stuff like that. Yeah, but SpongeBob's good, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys ever like build a snow fort that then collapsed on top of you?
Yes.
No, actually, I've never done that.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. I think my
Huh.
brother purposely broke it, so that's why.
so, it was your brother. He broke it to like just so it broke in on you. Literally, just caved it in on you. Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't remember if we just buried me in
To be
snow,
honest,
to be
if I were
honest.
your brother, I would probably do the same thing.
Dominic, you want to tell your story about how the snow fort collapsed in on you?
So I've been digging in the middle of a snow pile in our
That's the one thing you don't
cul-de-sac
do.
thingy,
Yeah.
and it like just snowed, and I'm just kind of chilling, and I'm on the other side of it. I heard the snowplow coming. I didn't think anything of it, and he shoved a bunch of snow over it, and it all just kind of came down.
So
That was fun.
it turned into like a horror movie where like a cave in collapse happens and you're like, oh no, I'm stuck.
Yeah, kinda.
I have to wait until spring. Until all the ice melts.
You know what? You got a steady supply of water.
Yeah, how long can you survive without food?
About a month.
3 weeks. Rule of 3.
Rule of 3.
Does anyone
But-
else remember
you can
the
survive more than
movie
3
Over
days
the
without water.
Hedge?
No, you
Over
can't.
the hedge?
You can.
This for some reason just is like, oh, for some reason it just reminds me of it somehow.
Well, how does that remind you of the movie
I
Over the
don't know.
Hedge?
It's probably because you guys are talking about food and shit. They went over the hedge to get food and shit.
Yeah, because the one raccoon made a deal with a bear, and then the bear was like, I want my Pringles, and then...
Yeah.
I want my
I
Pringles.
want the Pringles.
I think he does... It's not Pringles, though. It's some, like, other off-brand name can
Yeah.
of chips.
They probably wouldn't be able to use Pringles, so that was probably off.
To be honest, I haven't seen that movie in such a long time.
Me neither.
The only thing that I, like, maybe kind of remember is that, like... yeah, I can't. For some
I remember
reason,
the raccoon.
for
and
some
that's
reason,
about
I
it.
just... For some reason, I just thought of The Nut Job.
That was an interesting movie.
That movie is not good.
You're not.
I didn't mind it
I'm
personally.
sure you love a nut job.
Yeah, Montana.
God.
Obvious. Why wouldn't Montana love a nut job? Tell me right now.
I
I
don't know.
remember the trailer of The Nut Job. Didn't it have, like, the Gangnam Style guy in it?
I don't know honestly.
For some reason, I remember that.
I should have.
Hold on. I'm gonna Google the... Hold on. Nut Job.
Watch Pornhub show up as one of the first options.
That wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, moving on.
Oh no. Anyway.
Anything else
Gangnam
anybody would like to talk
Yes,
about?
the Nut Job does have Gangnam Style in it for
It
some
does?
reason.
Okay. Well,
You know,
Because,
I
you
don't know.
know, it
Music
was
not
sounds like
it was
a great idea.
it was 2014, and Gangnam Style just released, so.
Wait, the Nut
yeah.
Job came out in 2014.
Yes.
Holy
Holy
shit, that makes me
fuck.
feel old.
Oh my
Yeah,
god! Where did the
same
years
here.
go?
Where have they gone?
Like, I can't be the only one thinking, what the
I don't know. Yeah, that happens so much. Like, I remember, like, going to the theater to see, like, Despicable Me 2, and I remember that pretty vividly, but that came out in, hold on.
I want to say 2013, 2014. No, more like closer to 2010 probably.
Why haven't they made
The
Despicable
second
Me
one came
4?
out in 2013, the first one came out in 2010.
Okay, that, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like I love how a lot of people were talking about like Despicable Me and Megamind like clashing, and to be honest, if it's between Despicable Me or Megamind, I like Megamind more.
I prefer Despicable Me personally because I've never really liked Megamind.
Oh, I've always loved Megamind.
I've seen like bits and pieces and shit like that, like on iFunny or in memes about all of it, because
Yeah,
it's
fair.
fucking hilarious. So I've seen it that way sometimes, but I
Yeah,
never really truly watched
The
the
thing
movie.
we're talking about right now is nostalgia, and nostalgia's a bitch because my favorite example of this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
God,
Oh,
I haven't.
God,
No,
That
fuck.
movie was bad.
Because
Oh.
because I remember like when the Megazord
When
was
did that come out?
1996.
Oh, that movie? I thought you were talking about the one that came out
Oh.
in like 2018.
No, I wasn't talking about that one. I'm talking about
That one was bad.
the original's bad also, but the
But Power
original I
Rangers as a
remember
show, absolute banger.
the show, yeah, the is a banger, but I remember in that
Shows
movie for
multiple
the
different
Megas for the Megazords, instead of like making them a guy in a suit, they did CGI animation, and I remembered them like looking so good, but now when I look back on it, I'm like, how did I ever think this looked realistic? Like
Anyone got a 6?
Yeah, it was 6.
we're not playing Go Fish right now.
Well, no, Jacob
Wait,
says
I
that
just
'cause they would
real.
have
What are
4
the
of a
rules
kind.
to Go Fish?
I've never played it. I
That's-
couldn't tell you.
You've never played Go Fish?
I've
No.
played it like.
Wow, you had a you are depressed.
Isn't like the goal of the game to try to get all the pairs? I thought.
Yes, as many pairs as possible.
And like if you ask somebody like, do you have a 2? And then they
have
don't.
to give it. They have to give it to you. If they don't have it, then you grab it from the pile in the middle.
Well, they say go fish, and then you go
Yes.
fishing.
Yes, fishing
Speaking
for cards.
Speaking of that, in the Scooby-Doo movie Scooby Abracadabra Doo, this has barely no relations, but in the beginning of that, they're driving in the mystery
I was
machine,
like, where is he going with this?
and instead of like Shaggy and Scooby just smoking pot like they should be,
Wait, what? Excuse me.
because Shaggy's just supposed to be a stoner, and the clear allegory for the food in Scooby-Doo is supposed to be like drugs. But as I was trying to explain, they're playing Go Fish, and like Scooby's like, Reggie, got any rinds or something like that?
we got-
Logan, I think you killed him.
I think I have to cut that out. No offense intended there. It was just a joke. As I was talking to Logan about this. Whenever I record stuff with him, I'm always just like, whenever you talk, it's just gonna be one long bleep.
Yeah. Just all you hear, boom.
Just beep.
Yeah,
But
no,
no, it's-
whenever we play like Ark or something, we'll like we'll just be talking and we'll just joke about it. Like, yeah, you're gonna speak and it's just gonna be like just straight, nothing else, just a beep. No words, no nothing.
Anyways, getting back to what I was talking about. In the opening scene of that, I was talking about something wholesome, but then that happened. Look how Dominic's just completely silent. Like,
He's
That's how it be.
sleeping at what I said.
but as I was saying, he's like, got any nines or something? And then Shaggy's like, zoink, Scoob, you gotta go fish, man. And then he's like, but I don't have a fishing pole. Ree. Wait, Dominic, can't you do the Scooby-Doo laugh pretty well?
Oh God, don't make me do
Do
this.
it.
Do it, do it.
Do it. That sounded so weird coming through the headphones. Try it again, quick. Hang on, try it again.
No, I refuse.
Do the voice, do the voice.
Ricky, we have ourselves a
Yeah, no,
retard.
whenever he does it, whenever
Oh,
he
God.
does it, for some reason his mic just turns to shit.
Shit.
Like, his mic's just like, you know what? He doesn't want to do it. I'm not gonna let them hear it properly. Like,
But
Thank
I
you.
think we've had a good enough conversation this episode. We talked about at the
Many,
beginning we
many
talked
things.
about
I fucking heard that.
what is going on right
happened?
now?
If you heard it, you heard it.
Wait, please tell me what's
I don't want to know, do I?
Oh
Anyways,
my God.
I think we've had a good conversation this episode about, starting with talking about off-brands and people drinking milkshakes to flush down all the fast food they got. And we talked about snow forts and misadventures. And then we somehow got to talking about Go Fish and Scooby-Doo and Logan saying anyways,
Probably shouldn't be said again.
before we sign off, would each of you like to... Oh my God. Before we sign off, would you guys like to leave the audience at home with anything of note?
Sayonara, motherfuckers.
Wait, what did you just say?
Sayonara, motherfuckers.
Oh.
Do you want to plug any stuff you want to promote?
No, not really.
Okay, any last words?
Fuck you.
Okay.
Go fuck
Well, this
yourself.
has been the Meandering Conversations podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe down below to
motherfuckers.
follow next week's episode. And please go check out It's Me PS4 Style. He has his
What
channel. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely didn't do it.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. And continue this conversation in the comments. See you next time.